Hi everybody and welcome back to SiArtShopChannel. Okay guys, we're on the final build of our ice cream cone. So without further ado, let me explain to you what you need to do. There isn't much, which you'll be pleased to know. So here we go. So you will need a board of some description to pop your ice cream cone on. Now I've got this one, there you go, and I use this when I'm making or recycling old paintbrushes and that sort of thing into different animals and different characters like that. So I've got one of these and I like to use up what I've got without buying anything new, or part of the recycling way of doing things. Now I've got this. Now normally I drill a hole in it, which I have here, to hang it up on the wall, but this one isn't going to be hung up on the wall because it's going to be flat on the table or wherever you're going to put it, because it's an actual candle. Okay, so wherever you place it. So what I've done already is I've varnished the wood to bring out the wood there. And on the back, I have put some pads so that when it actually goes onto the table or whatever, it will sit nicely. So that's all done. Now, let me just bring in the finished ice cream cone, and look at that, guys. Doesn't that look amazing? Now, because we've got a hole there, we need to fill that somehow. So what I thought I'd do, because this is fallen on the floor, because that's the look we were going for, I thought there'd be some splats coming out there of the actual ice cream. So what I've done is I've made some drops to look like splats of ice cream that would be thrown out when you drop the ice cream cone, if you understand what I mean. And I've already made them, and I've made them out of polymer clay, and I just made them into drops. And here's one I made earlier. Look at that, see? And what I was thinking is I'd use this one to actually cover that hole. So I've had to think of an idea to get rid of that. So it's going to go where it is now. I want to try and get everything onto the board. I don't want to put it like that because that would go off and it might get knocked. So I thought it'd be good to put it sort of there, central as you can get it. And then you would look at it from this way. So you'd light it and look at it from this way, if you can imagine that. So I'm just going to put the drops on to show you what I mean with that. So see that? I'm going to stick that on with a glue gun just about there. And I've made some other ones, smaller ones, and I'm going to place those roughly there. You see that? And I've got a small one which I'm going to put there. So what you can do with this is quite good. We definitely need to fill that hole, so we know one has to go there. But you could play around with it and put them in different places. Now I've been playing around with it and I'm happy with it sort of like this. So I'm going to do 3 roughly together, sort of like that, to cover that hole, and that one there. But you want to think of it as spraying out. So this one would sort of go like that. Don't go like that because that would look a bit strange, because when that splats, that's going to go, you know, it's going to fan out. So that's the idea there. So I'm going to put it roughly about there. So that's what I'm going to do. But first of all, I'm going to stick on the actual ice cream. So I'm going to take those off and do that. Now, you need to look under this. Let me turn it, because not everything touches the wood. See, there's a big gap there. So I need to put a little bit of glue there, and then a lot of glue on the actual fake ice cream part. And then that will stick onto the board. So I've got my trusty glue gun, and all should be well. Yes, it's nice and hot. And I'm going to, what I think I'll do is I'll put quite a lot on there, because that will take a little bit longer to dry than the little bit on there. So what I'm going to do, you don't have to put loads on, but at the same time it needs to be enough, because it's not going to be hung up on the wall or anything. It's just going to sit there. So I'm just going to put a little bit on there. So we've got that going on. Can you see that? Hopefully you can. Lovely. And then I'm going to quickly, now this is a clever bit, because you need to make sure you've got it in the right place before you actually push it down. So I'm looking from the top, and I think it's going to go roughly about there. Okay. Now I'm not going to put any glue on there. I could put a little bit of glue on that fake chocolate, but I'm not, because it's fairly stuck in with all that filler. So there you go. I've stuck that down, so that's fine. So just give it a little push. That's it. Now I'm going to stick these drops on. So all you do is just put a little bit where it's going to stick onto the wood. You don't want to put loads on, but at the same time, you need to make sure it's covering that hole. And because you don't really want to see the glue. Not a major problem if you do see it, but it just adds to the effect if you don't see it. Okay, so just... Oh, and I put my finger on it, so now I've got to get that wispy bit off. So I'm just going to go like that. You see what I've done there? So that's all good. So far, so good. And the last part for this trio is going to go on, oops, there, like so. See? How fantastic does this look, guys? I'm so pleased. And the last one, so remember with this, it's important to get it to fan out. Now, I've sort of got it to go about there. So it looks like a splat. So does that look like a splat? I think it does look like a splat. And that gets over that problem with the hole. So you have to think of ideas to get that to cover the hole, which we have. So that's all great. And basically, guys, that is it. It's all finished. So I will stop this clip now, and I will show you a little clip of it being lit, and you can sort of see it in the semi-dark to see what it looks like. Hopefully it would look fantastic. I mean, it looks fantastic like this. So even if you didn't like the candle, I'm still really pleased how this has come out. So let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, queries or concerns, because I'm here to help. So thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.